Welcome to Culture Talk. This is the segment where we talk about culturally relevant topics, everything from films and books to everyday conversations that you're going to face with your friends and also maybe you'll see on social media. So who we have today is our guest, Dr. Hugh Ross. Hugh, we're going to be talking about something that hopefully will be on everyone's social media pages, and it's the news that your latest book is out. This is The Creator and the Cosmos. So this is the 4th edition, but when this book was first published, you've added now so many more evidences for God's existence since the book was first published. So can you explain to us some of those evidences that you've added into this new edition?
Well, with each edition, the book gets bigger.
Yeah.
But that's on purpose, basically making the point that what you see in the Bible, especially Psalms and Job, the more we learn from nature, the more evidence we have for the supernatural handiwork of God. Mm-hmm. And it's been 17 years since we brought out the 3rd edition. And yeah, this edition's got more new material in it than any other previous edition, because in the last 17 years, astronomers and physicists have made phenomenal new advances understanding the universe and has given us phenomenal new evidences that the God of the Bible is the creator of the universe.
Well, being one of your editors, I can attest that, yes, this is a bigger book with a lot more evidence, but give maybe 1 or 2 of those big evidences that you've added to this edition.
It's not just the universe as a whole that's been fine-tuned, designed to make life possible. Our galaxy cluster, we now know that the galaxy cluster must be designed. And we hadn't really discovered many planets outside of the solar system. With the discovery of thousands of planets outside of the solar system, it reveals that our planetary system is unlike any other, and that literally every planet in our solar system plays a critical role in making it possible for you and I to live here on planet Earth. And I think what excites me too, atheists, of course, atheist scientists have reacted to all this evidence of where are we going to go. And they came up with all of these arcane theoretical models to try to bypass the idea that a God beyond space and time created. New observations actually cut off those possible loopholes, basically making the point that the more we learn about the universe, the more difficult it is to sustain a non-theistic worldview. And this book demonstrates that more dramatically than any other previous edition.
Now, this is all really fascinating because even just having edited the book, I've seen so many new evidences that you've supplied, and thinking about like exoplanets and thinking about as we just learn more about our cosmos, that, as you said, the evidence shows that Earth is fine-tuned to support humanity. And that's just such a beautiful thing. But now I'm going to ask what you focus on in your last chapter, which is why? Why so much evidence?
Well, of all the generations of humanity that have ever lived, we are the most educated. We're the wealthiest with the greatest amount of technology. And I've noticed it's the generation of the 21st century where people are really tempted to take all the credit for themselves. And a lot of what you see in the book is we wouldn't be able to develop this wealth and technology if God hadn't designed the universe just right. And so, wherever there's extreme human pride, God always breaks through with extra evidence. You see that especially in the book of Ezekiel, where God called Ezekiel to reach out to a very proud people group. Likewise, I think today he's reaching out to a worldwide, very proud people group with overwhelming scientific evidences that he is the God that made it all possible.
So we're living in a time when we can see this evidence, because you've said before in this book and in other books that if we weren't living at this time, we wouldn't be able to observe and see the same things in the sky as we do now.
But what's unique to our generation, we can actually explore the history of the universe all the way back to the very beginning of time itself and see God's handiwork at every moment in the history of the universe. That's unique to our time. Even in the 3rd edition, I couldn't say that. Today we can.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Hugh. It's just been fascinating to go through these books and see again the handiwork of God and see that there's evidence for his existence.
And thank you for editing it.
Oh, you're welcome. You're very welcome. So if you want to hear more from Dr. Hugh Ross, you can visit reasons.org and look for today's new reasons to believe.